All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling a super frustrating medical mystery that, let's face it, millions of us deal with every single day. We're talking about why your lower legs swell up by the evening and how that exact same issue is secretly ruining your sleep. So if you're sick and tired of tight shoes and exhausting nights, you are definitely in the right place.
It really begs the question, doesn't it? Why do swollen ankles actually ruin your sleep? Look, if you've been dealing with what doctors call the sock sign, when taking your socks off leaves that deep, annoying groove in your skin, along with heavy legs and waking up repeatedly at 2 a.m. to use the bathroom, well, you know exactly how exhausting this cycle is. But you probably never realize these two things are deeply connected.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the swollen ankle mystery, meet your lymphatic system, decode the nighttime bathroom link, walk through 2 quick at-home tests, and finally finish up with the pre-bed drainage routine.
Section 1. The Swollen Ankle Mystery. We are going way beyond standard medical advice here.
The really crucial piece of data here is that for adults over 60, in 70% of cases, this chronic evening ankle swelling is actually not a heart problem. Seriously, 70%. When you complain about swollen ankles, you usually get a prescription for diuretics, right? Water pills. But if your heart is actually totally fine, those water pills often do absolutely nothing but dehydrate you and make you run to the bathroom all day long. Why is that? Well, because the excess fluid isn't in your bloodstream. A diuretic can only pull water out of your blood. The fluid we're talking about today, it's trapped deep in your tissues.
Section 2. Meet your lymphatic system. It's time to get to know your body's second network.
So your body actually has 2 totally distinct drainage networks. Your circulatory system, which handles your blood, has this automatic built-in pump, your heart. It runs 24/7, whether you think about it or not. But your lymphatic system, it has literally 0 automatic pumps. None. It's basically like a conveyor belt that only moves when your muscles physically contract. Every step you take, every single time you flex your ankle, that muscle movement squeezes the lymph vessels and pushes the fluid upward, fighting against gravity. So if you're just sitting for hours, that conveyor belt completely stops dead in its tracks.
You might be wondering, why does this suddenly become such a massive issue as we get older? Well, after age 60, 3 totally natural physiological changes happen. First, your lymph vessels start to stiffen up. Second, the tiny little one-way valves inside those vessels begin to leak. And third, the connective tissue around your ankles, it starts to lose its elasticity. Because of these 3 factors, fluid just seeps out of your capillaries faster, and your system drains it slower. The math simply stops working, and the fluid just starts to pool.
It's absolutely vital we categorize exactly what kind of swelling you actually have. Just a quick safety check first. If you have sudden, painful swelling in just one leg that feels hot and red, you need to see a doctor immediately. That could be a blood clot. Or if you have shortness of breath when lying flat, that points to a cardiac issue. But if your swelling is soft, puffy, completely symmetrical on both legs, gets worse by evening, and magically improves by morning, you are very likely dealing with a purely lymphatic issue.
Section 3. The Nighttime Bathroom Link. Let's look at how gravity is secretly ruining your sleep.
This timeline shows a truly fascinating biological chain reaction. Check this out. Step 1, during the day while you sit, gravity pulls fluid down and it just pools right there in your lower legs. Step 2, you go to bed and lie flat. Suddenly the gravity shift happens. Gravity is no longer pulling that fluid down into your feet. Step 3, freed from gravity, all that trapped fluid slowly seeps back out of your tissues and reabsorbs into your bloodstream. Step 4, your heart gets this unexpected flood of extra fluid volume, which triggers your kidneys to go into absolute overdrive trying to filter it out. And Step 5, well, it's 2 a.m., your bladder is completely full, and you're staring at the bathroom tiles once again.
Now, while gravity is the main physical driver here, your daily habits play a massive role as either triggers or helpers. Hidden sodium, like in cheese or canned soup, aggressively pulls water right into your tissues. Sitting right after dinner, that creates the perfect storm for fluid pooling before bed. And even just 1 glass of alcohol dilates your capillaries and makes them leak way faster. But look at the helpers. Surprisingly enough, drinking more water is crucial. Dehydration actually thickens your lymph, making it super sluggish. Water thins it right out. You'll also want to add flavonoid-rich foods like dark berries to help strengthen blood vessel walls, eat high-quality proteins to keep water inside your blood vessels, and definitely get plenty of magnesium.
Section 4. 2 quick at-home tests. Let's figure out how to check your lymph right from your living room.
First off, we need to understand what exactly we're looking for. Medically, this is known as pitting edema. This is a key physical sign that tells us the fluid is trapped deep in your tissues, rather than just struggling inside your veins. When you press the skin, the fluid is literally pushed aside, leaving a pit or crater behind.
So here is how you test yourself right now. Step 1 is the pit test. Find the bony ridge on the front of your shin, roughly 4 inches above your ankle. Press your thumb in firmly and hold it there for 15 seconds. If you lift your thumb and see a visible crater that takes 10 seconds or more to smooth back out, yep, that's pitting edema. Okay, step 2 is the foot skin pinch. Try to pinch the skin on top of your foot, right behind your second toe. If it feels thick and utterly fused to the bone, meaning you really can't lift it at all, that is a positive stemmer sign. And that is a massive clinical indicator of chronic lymphatic congestion.
Section 5. The pre-bed drainage routine. Your quick 5-minute fix.
Now you need to do this exact routine exactly 90 minutes before bed. Step 1, inversion. Lie down and put your legs up against the wall at a 90-degree angle for 15 minutes. The key here is your heels must be higher than your hips and your hips higher than your heart. Step 2, while inverted, do 10 slow ankle circles and 20 ankle flexes just to manually pump those muscles. Step 3, deep breathing for 3 minutes. I'll explain why this is basically magic in just a second. Step 4, sit up and perform manual drainage. Use the flat pads of your fingers to gently stroke the skin of your calves upward toward your knee, 10 strokes per leg. And remember, always stroke upward towards your heart, never ever downward.
Let's go back to step 3 for a second because this step revolves entirely around your thoracic duct. That 3 minutes of deep belly breathing, it is absolutely non-negotiable. Your thoracic duct is the main drainage vessel for your entire lymphatic system, and it sits right up behind your diaphragm. Remember how your lymph system has no automatic heart to pump it? Well, your diaphragm acts as a literal physical pump. Every deep breath you take forcefully squeezes that duct and moves all that trapped fluid up and out of your legs.
So what's the immediate result of this 5-minute routine? By doing this sequence 90 minutes before bed, you are going to proactively release 300 to 400 milliliters of urine right then and there. That's almost a couple of cups of fluid. You're taking control of your biology. You are emptying the reservoir on your own terms, while you're actually awake, completely preventing that exact same fluid from jolting you awake at 2 a.m.
I really want to leave you with a final thought today. Your ankles aren't betraying you. They just need a little manual labor. Seriously, try this 5-minute routine for just 2 weeks. Do the test today and retest yourself in 14 days. Your body isn't failing, it's simply dealing with the physics of gravity and getting older. Now that you have the exact blueprint to take back control of your lymph, the only question left is, will you let gravity continue to steal your rest tonight, or will you take just 5 minutes to finally reclaim your sleep? Think about it. We'll see you in the next explainer.